had 42 primary schools scattered around 14 different islands. So I became a boat missionary. I really became a boat missionary. Like it said when I first received my mission cross, there was a photo of the sisters in the Catholic Weekly, and it had Sister Helen Warman, boat missionary. And my father said, "What does that mean?" I said, "I don't know." But now I was learning, because I was on the boat most of the year, going from island to island, from school to school. So one time I went out east. I went to Nemor, the main island, saw the children there and the school there. Then I went across on the mission boat, coming back towards the east, coming back towards the west, coming back towards the west, and I came to a place called Horbrook. And when I got off the boat at Horbrook, the children were all standing on the beach waiting for me. And the head teacher was there, and he said to me, "Sister, come and sign our visitor's book." So I went up to sign the visitor's book, and he said to me, before you sign the mission visitor's book, who do you think was the last person to sign the visitor's book? So I said, "The inspector? No. The parish priest coming for Mass? No. Some overseas visitors that often sailed past in their yachts? No. It wasn't any of those." So I said, "Who?" He said, "Have a look and see." And when I looked, the last person who had signed the book was myself the year before. So these teachers, these schools are very isolated. They don't get many visitors. I was their only visitor in 12 months. So I stayed there for 2 or 3 days, visiting the classes, having a workshop with the teachers at the end of it. And then I had to go across from Horbrook to Mahor, just across a stretch of water. It wasn't even a bay, I suppose it was a passageway between the two islands. So the mission boat had to go back. As soon as it dropped me off, it went back to Nemor, because Father had to do his patrol. The nurses had to do their medical patrols. So the boys said to me, "Don't worry, sister, we'll get the village people and they'll bring a canoe." I said, "All right." So the village boys came the next morning with a canoe that I hadn't seen so big before. It was a big, big canoe with beautiful big sails, pandanus sails right up. And it was just made of logs, just made of carved out logs. So they said to me, "Hop in." So they put a box up so I could get over the canoe and into the canoe. Then I was down in the canoe. I said, "Sit down, sister." But I said, "If I sit down here, the sides of the canoe came up over my head. I can't see anything." So they said, "We'll give you another box to sit on." So they put another box on top, and I sat there. And then off we went. You know, that was the best trip I ever had on any kind of vehicle. Boats, trains, buses, aeroplanes, anything. This was beautiful. The sails were up, the wind was blowing, and we just flew across that water. Oh, it was so wonderful. I've never forgotten that trip. It was so beautiful. And then we came into Mahor. Mahor was so beautiful. I think Mahor was the most beautifully situated school that I ever went to. That moon behind me didn't come out from the mountains at Mahor. The moon at Mahor came straight out of the sea. Maybe another time I'll talk about my visit to Mahor. But that canoe trip, I'll never forget. Some good things happen in our lives, and God keeps them in our hearts so we can remember them and be happy. Think of all the good things that have happened in your life and be happy. God bless now.